Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Recovery Snack from Recovery Concepts. I'm Chris. Appreciate y'all joining this morning for Friday, May 1st. And just like that, it's May. Time keeps on moving on, don't it? I hope this finds everybody well. Appreciate y'all joining and hanging out. I'm coming up on 6 months doing this thing, man. I'm kind of excited about it. Like I said, I'm enjoying it. Seems like I'm getting a little feedback out there, which I absolutely appreciate. So anyway, let's jump in here and see what we got for the first day of May. Can't believe it. Moves on. This is a quote from Step 5 of Alcoholics Anonymous. Admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. The literature of AA tells us what we will gain by working Step 5. We will get rid of the terrible sense of isolation we've always had. We will be able to receive forgiveness and give it too. We will gain humility and a clear recognition of who and what we really are, which will be followed by a sincere attempt to become all that we can be. When we take Step 5, we challenge the possibilities that life holds for us. After we take Step 5, we belong. We are not alone anymore. We are honest and open now, not filled with secrets and shame. We are fully aware of our strengths and our weaknesses. We get the information we need to live the rest of our life in a very different way. Prayer for the day. Higher power, help me use Step 5 to unload all the things that hold me back from being the person you want me to be. Speak to me through another human being who accepts me and helps me lay down my burden. Today's action. If I have taken Step 5, I will talk with my sponsor about what I got out of it. If not, I will make a plan with my sponsor and set a date. I don't know that there's any one more step that's important than the other. I'm not qualified by any means to be some AA, NA guru or whatever, but I'll promise you one thing. Not that long ago in a kitchen in Bedford County, Virginia with my sponsor and a 42-year-old bawling, crying man, I took my Step 5. Extremely uncomfortable. And due to the guidance of my sponsor, about to say counselor, of my sponsor, who had a relapse early in his recovery career for knowingly omitting some things from his 5th step and having it eat away at him for years until he finally ended up relapsing again. He suggested to me quite clearly, no matter what it was, to take a thorough Step 5, regardless of how bad I thought that my secrets were. And he impressed upon me over a long period of time, because there was a big period of time for me between Step 4 and 5. Step 4 is writing all my dirt down, the things that were done to me that I thought were, wrong, or things that I had problems with accepting or going through or whatever, and the things that I did that I knew was dirty. Writing it down in Step 4 was a hell of a lot different than verbalizing it to a man that had never heard it before. I already thought my God knew all this stuff, and that was kind of the reason for me that they talked about the guilt and the shame. But I found myself in a situation as 42, 43 years old, sitting there at taking the end of a very exhaustive Step 5, a very thorough, to the best of my ability, Step 5. I found myself in a situation that I did not remember ever being in. I didn't have any secrets. Not one. Not the horrible ones, not the ones that don't matter, not the ones you're going to get to later, not the ones you're never telling anybody ever about no matter what. I didn't have any. I told that man everything that I could remember. And I found myself in a position that I had never been in that I could remember. I didn't have any secrets at all. And I don't know exactly what happened that day. But I remember what they talking about being released there in that reading, released of the burden, released of my burden. A lot of things changed that day. And for me, Step 5, quite frankly, was another act of desperation during my journey. I'd come to a point where I'd been working on it And I'd stay away from it, and I'd work on it, and I'd stay away from it, and I'd work on it, and I'd stay away from it, where I truly believe I was getting ready to do a step 5, or I was getting ready to start drinking and drugging. I had come to a point for me personally where the fear of offloading all that stuff that I needed to say was balanced against me doing what I always did, which was run from it and kind of tuck it away and compartmentalize it and stick it inside me and not deal with it again. And for the first time in a very long time, for the first time in a very, very long time, that day, I did something different that I had never done before. And I talk about it in groups sometimes. The only way that I know how to verbalize and articulate the way that I felt a few hours after all that happened that day was anybody that ever goes to the gym and works out really, really heavy. We'll say upper body, arms, and back and everything. It just absolutely pushes the envelope and crushes it, and you just go as hard as you can, as long as you can. Well, when you walk out of the gym, there is almost a lightning, like a lightening of the body feeling, to where it almost like your arms and everything kind of raise up on you. I don't know if I'm describing that correctly, but it feels light. It feels like you're just you're not as weighed down, I guess. Not to, I don't know how to represent it correctly. I'm not articulate enough to break it all down. But I know that I felt lighter. I felt good. I was shocked that I did what I did. I was shocked that I told that man the things that I told him. But I almost immediately started seeing benefit of it. If you don't have any secrets in the world, and you're starting to get, you got all that out of you, and now you're starting to feel a little bit of release from that you didn't even understand. I didn't understand the weight that it put on my soul and my body. I didn't understand it. And as I went through the rest of that day and the near days after, a whole lot about my program started to change that day. There was I always knew something was going on around me. I always see these cats, everybody was living good and feeling good, man. And I was with them. I wasn't drinking, I wasn't drugging, man. But I'd smile at you and fake and be trying to fake it and everything. But I didn't feel like these other people looked like they genuinely felt. And I could not figure out why. And a lot changed for me the day of my 5th step. And I'm forever grateful for the 12 steps of AA and NA, because without that and my sponsor and a guide of how to get from where I was to where I wanted to be, I don't know that I would have ever found that path. I don't know that I would have ever formed a relationship with another man that was close enough and strong enough for me to get things off of my body and my mind and my soul that I needed to. But I know something changed that day. I don't know exactly what happened, but I do know it was good, and I do know my program got caught in an updraft, and it just started. It was doing pretty good anyway, or whatever. But things changed that day, and I think it was a direct result of getting rid of my secrets. Now, there was more pain and more hesitation and more worry as I got into steps 8 and 9, when I had to confront people and tell them I was sorry about some of the dirt I did. But that's a whole nother video. We work the steps 1 through 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, because they're in order. We don't do 1, 3, 9, 12, and 10, and then go back to 2, because that's what we feel like. We can, but it's not suggested, and I don't see it produce a lot of long-term recovery. So 8 and 9 will be along whenever 8 and 9 comes along. We'll wait on the book for that. But that's all I got today. I appreciate y'all joining me. Thank you so much for being a part of this. If you see any value, you got a friend or whatever out there, please like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Get the word out a little bit. I'm doing this every morning. Enjoy whoever can come along, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all come on back tomorrow, Lord willing. We'll do it and make a Saturday of it, man. Have a blessed day. Take good care of yourselves, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Peace.